Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses. Now, what kind of winter rider are you? Or are you even a winter rider? When the dark nights come in and the ice comes out and the cold shivers start to fall, do you stick your bike away and wrap it up for the winter? Use a car, walk, bus, train, anything other than being on two wheels? Or do you get out there and brave the cold? Would you brave the cold if you could be a bit warmer? Well, hopefully today we're going to help you solve that problem of being cold when out on the road. So roll the intro and let's get cracking. So what we have for you today is a whole host of things to keep you warm when you're out on your bikes. Now, we're going to start with something small and work up to the biggie stuff. So first of all, I'm going to show you these. Now, you've all seen these. They're a thermal neck tube, and there's various different brands, and I shall bring you in for a closer look in a minute if I can get all these over here like so. Now, these don't have to cost you a fortune, and they're a very simple thing to use. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have used them before. Now, there are summer ones and there are winter ones. The summer ones are very thin cotton, and they don't really do much in the winter. These ones, the cotton neck tubes, again, great for summer, but also they are quite a thick cotton. Now, you can get lycra ones which are better for summer, but these cotton ones, they're a nice feel. They're lightweight, they're not heavy, and even now, put my hands in there, I can feel them warming up because they're quite a thick material. They're not cheap, they're not thin. You can see through them, of course, but you know, there's no holes in there. So it's a nice quality cotton is what I'm trying to say there. And these ones from Oxford, £6.99. But you don't have to spend that kind of money. Now, this is one from High Level, and these are £5. And sorry about the rattle, are a more thermal, thicker feel. Now, again, it's quite stretchy to get over your head, and that's a nice thick thermal neck tube for the winter. And then you've got these ones from Bike It. Now, these ones are £4.99 as well. Now, you'll see what I mean about the Oxford ones. These also, like a cotton, but they're thicker. You can hardly see through there, look. They are a thick one. Nice, like that. Now, I'm going to try these on and see how they feel. Sorry if it goes scratchy on the microphone. I'll try not to. Doesn't smell. Yeah, that's a nice fit, that. I like that. Cool. Now, that one is very tight. I don't know if I can wear that for a long period of time, I'll be honest. So let's go with this Oxford one and see how that turns out, shall we? Very stretchy, very comfortable, very lightweight, doesn't feel heavy on your face. And for me, it's between the Oxford one or the thermal neck tube from Bike It. I don't know. This one's heavier, you can feel it's heavier, and this one is just as good. I don't know. Either or. Next. So if, like me, you're follically challenged or a neck tube just isn't enough, you could go with an all-over balaclava, and we've got a couple of different sorts here. Now, these ones are a little bit more expensive at £10.99. Made by Vice. Could be the reason why, but we'll see. So this is, again, quite a thin cotton balaclava, and we shall stick that on. Okay. Yeah. One size fits all, it says. I don't know, feels a bit tight round the eyes, this does. Oh. Perhaps you've got to have a small head for that one. Okay, so let's go with this one. Now this is a cheaper brand, shall we say. $4.99, this one. Very similar feel, similar quality. Let's see how this one fits. Ah, much lighter, much easier to put on, and it comes down over your neck as well. I like that one. Yeah, quite stretchy. So you can put it on quite nicely, and it goes on your head really well. I actually prefer that. Sorry, Vice. I mean, yours may be a better quality. It definitely feels a better quality, but this one feels more pliable, shall we say, and fits my head better. So there you go, a couple of options there. Now, moving on from those, we also have gloves. Now, of course, you can't beat gloves that have all the armour and all the gauntlet and everything else. But what about if that just isn't enough? Inner gloves, that's where we go. Now these ones, again, the opposite of what a butler wears. He wears white gloves. Ah, yeah. Nice. Now these ones are global warming gloves, and these are a £5. So let's try on the Oxford version. Now these come a little bit more expensive. They're microfiber, and they are $12.99, if I can get them out of the box. Okay, they have a nice little Oxford label on, and oh yes, they're definitely a nicer feel. Very stretchy. Oh, and they've got little bits for the finger and the thumb there. Look, can you see that on there? And get a bit closer. Like that. And like that. There we go. Just break my microphone pack. Okay, so which ones do I prefer? I don't know, to be honest. I actually think I prefer the Oxford ones. I like how they come down your wrist like this. That's nice. These ones stop right at the top of your wrist. They feel like if these get wet, they could be very heavy. These ones feel really soft. Very nice feel. I do like the microfiber. I think if it was my money, I'd probably pay the extra actually to get the Oxford ones. I know they're $12.99, but they feel worth it. And inside your normal gloves, probably feel a bit smoother, whereas these ones are a bit rougher. Don't know, it depends on your budget. You've got a £5 option and a $12.99 option. What do you prefer? So with your head and your hands taken care of, what about the rest of your body? Well, there are, of course, thermals. Now, these happen to be from Oxford, so don't please think this is an advert for Oxford. This video is not sponsored by Oxford. It just happens that these are the ones I keep in stock. And there's a reason for that, because they are very, very good. Now, these trousers are £30, and you can, of course, get the top, also £30. Of course, there are other brands available at other prices. I just don't have them. So, I'm going to try these on. This is a 3XL. So, usually I'm a 44 extra large kind of person, and these are a 3XL, so they're a little bit too big for me. Ideally, I should have a 2XL on, because they're supposed to be tight to your body. But we're going to stick this one on and see how it looks, and I'll probably try the trousers on as well. That'll be a nice treat for you, won't it? So turn around, please. Go on, turn around, turn around, turn around. Now, you are never going to win any sexy man contest wearing thermals, unless of course you're built like an Adonis, which I don't happen to be. As you can see, 3XL, I probably could do with a 2XL, but I have to say it's extremely comfortable. Very much so. And I'm holding this in the correct area. However, as you can see, they are a tight fit. They do fit nicely. I am very comfortable. A bit too comfortable if you ask me. And I do feel like these would keep me warm. All right, move on. I've got to take these off. I just feel weird. Now, in all seriousness, they are actually very, very comfortable and I can feel them warming me. They are supposed to be tighter. So as I said, a 2XL would probably fit me a lot better. But you do get the strap at the bottom of the heel there. So it does, again, these trousers are a 3XL and they probably should be a 2XL because they're just a little bit too loose on me. But I really do like them and I can certainly feel that they would definitely work when out on a bike in the cold. I do like them. Sorry, is that doing things for you? I apologise. Please note they also come with a complimentary pee hole. You know, thing to get your thingy out when you need a pee. Helpful. So that's your hands, your head and your body covered. But what about your feet? Well, socks. Now these are thermal biking socks, again from Oxford, but other brands are available and I'm sure you don't have to spend £15 that these ones are to get these socks if you want to go down the cheaper route. However, these are purpose made, they are thermal socks and for £14.99 you get 2 pairs. So there you go, thermal socks for the biking community. Now, if that isn't quite enough and you need just a little bit more, you can always go for a jacket. Now, hoodies are always a favourite. Any old hoodie is obviously good to use as long as it is under your proper jacket. But these go just a little bit further. Now, this is a biking hoodie, like so. And these are £100. Now, I know you think, what? £100? Well, yes, but it is a super hoodie. In fact, that it is Kevlar fibre, water resistant, and a hidden structure stitching. Not my words, the words of Oxford. Now that means basically that you get Kevlar stuck in to the actual lining of the jacket, which just makes it extra safe. So if for any reason that the bike jacket you're wearing is a bit crap, you've got Kevlar in this as well. That's actually quite nice. I like that. So there you go, $99.99 for one like this, and I'm sure you can get other ones from other brands, of course, but I do like this. Now I'm going to try this on just to see how it feels. Nice. Well, I could do one of these. Now this is a large, and I'm usually an XL, but this actually, to fit under a bike jacket, this fits really, really snug. I like this. Very comfortable. Very nice indeed. You've got your pockets, which are zippable. And if you don't want to advertise Oxford, you can just take it off. Well, there you go. Yeah, I like that. Now, if that isn't quite enough and you feel you need a little bit more, or you just want to wear a hoodie when you're on your bike, I wouldn't recommend one of these without the armour. Well, there we have an option too, in the form of a thermal Kevlar jacket with armour. Now these are also $99.99 or £100. There's a penny difference. And this is a 44, so this is my kind of size, and that fits lovely. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. What's the difference, I hear you ask? Well, yes, it's black, but there's more than that. Elbow pads, shoulder pads, You don't get the back pad, but you do get a space to put one in. So there you go. It's a hoodie, it's got the Kevlar lining, but it's also got the padding in the shoulders and the elbows. That's extremely comfortable. I could wear this all day long and not feel as though I'm wearing a bike jacket. Now, I know what you're asking. Why bother getting the one without the armour if it's the same price? Well, the armour is an option. Now, this one, as I say, has the normal hoodie style, and this one's got more of a protective, waterproofing, water resistant top. But inside they're actually the same jacket, so you've still got the option to put the back pad in. You've still got the option to put shoulder and elbow pads in. So whereas this one is a designated one with all the armour and everything in it, apart from the back pad of course, which you can buy for 15-20 quid. This one is a different jacket. It looks just like more of a hoodie, but you can put the armour in it as well. Out of the two, I think I prefer the black one because I like the hood design and I prefer black to grey. Other than that, there's not much to choose between them. Which one do you like? Do you have one? Do you have a different hoodie that you think, do you know what, that's a lot better than yours? Please let me know in the comments below. Now, I know people have said in the past, you're just advertising Oxford because you sell it. Well, okay, I do sell it, but that's not the main reason. I like Oxford because I have faith in their product. They're a very good quality without spending stupid amounts of money. Now, I know Oxford have a range that are £200, £300, £400 maybe, but I have a Viper jacket that I use as my daily jacket, or a shorty summer jacket, should we say. I like the look of it, I like the feel of it, I like the design. It's a nice comfortable jacket, but I also have an Oxford Heritage. That is an older style jacket, if you like, hence the name Heritage, with the crisscross patterns and the brown colour. I also have an Oxford Montreal with all the lining and the adjustable straps that fit the contours of your body. Two different jackets, both under 150 quid, and they feel really comfortable. They feel warm. They've got lots of pockets. I don't feel as though they're going to let me down in any way. They've got the right kind of armour in it. I do like those jackets. Remember, we did a waterproof test a few weeks ago between the Oxford jacket, the Tuzo jacket, and the Viper romper suit. So I know Oxford is just on par with the cheaper brands as far as waterproofing is concerned. We didn't do an abrasiveness test. Unfortunately, I can't find someone who wants to go down the road at 70 miles an hour, but I'm still looking. If you want to volunteer, no, don't volunteer. It's not a good idea. But anyway, I know people spend and they advocate £500, £600, £700 jackets, £1,000 jackets. And I know the phrase, you get what you pay for, but does that really apply when you're going over £150 for a jacket? I get that a £1,000 jacket is going to have a little bit more than, you know, a £200 jacket. But remember now, they're bringing in the new CE approval ratings for all clothing. That's not just for the armour, that's for the actual clothing as well. And a lot of the new Oxford stuff has Type 2 CE approved armour in it, which is better than the Type 1, of course. So what does this £1,000 jacket, what does a £700 jacket have that's better than just standard £150, £200 jacket? If you have one, please let me know, because I would like to know. Why do you spend that kind of money on a jacket? What extra protection do you get? What's so good about it? I understand a lot of people do off-roading and they have a lot of the expensive gear. I guess if you're going to fall down a cliff, does it... And I know you get some jackets that have airbags in them. They're worth the money. I get that, because that's a whole different jacket. But other than that, do you really need to spend that kind of money? And as I said, I know I advocate for Oxford because I like their brands and I use them myself because I like their brands. If you have anything else, please let me know in the comments below. What do you use? What do you wear on a daily basis? What would you be comfortable spending on clothing? if you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section below and let me know what you've got and why. Right, let's move on. Enough waffle. Now, as another option, you could go for something like this. Now, this is a breath guard. Now, these are about 15 quid, and it basically goes to the inside of your either your neck tube or the inside of your helmet. Now, these work really well if you're using this style of helmet. Now, of course, this is my Premier helmet, and inside you've got this mouth guard, but of course the elements can get under there quite easily, so this breath guard will go over here, over your nose and mouth, around there, and just protect you from some of the elements. And of course you can also use it, like I say, with a neck tube if you've got an open face helmet. So that's another option, just to keep the wind off your face or off the lower part of your face if you like to wear open face helmets. I wouldn't recommend it in this kind of weather. Depends how hard you are, I guess. I mean that in a non-sexual way. Sorry. So then, let's say that you've got all that gear on and you're still just a little bit cold, especially in the hand area. Now, of course, you've got hand guards and the hand muffs that you can get. I personally don't like hand muffs because then if your hands are inside these muff things, if you tend to fall off, they're just a bit difficult. Some people like them. In Asia, everyone's got them. When I was living in China, they've got hand muffs on everything. People love them. I personally don't. I don't like the way they look. I get that they're warm, brilliant, but I just feel if you fall off or I don't know, it's just difficult to get your hands off the handlebars. I don't know. Anyway, if not, there is another option, and that of course is heated grips. Now, I much prefer these. I've got heated grips on my Triumph and they are brilliant. Yes, they are Oxford ones, but you don't have to get Oxford ones. Now, here we've got a couple of Oxford ones. These are the hot grips which come with the digital display on here, and you can get them for sports bikes, adventure bikes, touring, cruiser and retro. Now, the difference is not in the control and the actual heating element, it's in the style and thickness of the grip. So they do a different style grip depending on what style of bike you've got, and I think that is a very good idea, because you might want heated grips, but if you've got a retro style bike, you don't want these sports grips with little diamond lines on because it just looks wrong. So they do different styles. Now, these turn out to be $79.99, and then of course you've got to get them fitted. And that depends on the bike as to how hard it is to fit. And some of them, believe me, are a nightmare. But there is a cheaper option. Now, these ones are also Oxford. Now, these are a standard basic grip designed for scooters from 50cc up to 250cc. Not that it makes a great deal of difference, but of course you've got the wiring there set up ready. And they come with just an on-off high and low dial that goes on the handlebars like so. Very simple, very easy, quite good to fit. You can use them on quads as well, or bigger bikes, I'm sure. And these are $39.99. Now, they're not as fancy, they don't have the fancy dial like these ones do, but they're just as good. $39.99. And of course there are other options. We've got some more here from Gear Gremlin. Now, these ones are again a basic grip with a basic over cover. These go in replacement of your grips. They wire up as usual, and you've got a basic on-off dial. Can't really get anything wrong with that. Turn it on, turn it off. There isn't a level of heat like you have with the Oxford ones, but it's an on-off function. And these are just $29.99. So there you go. Heated grips. Do you have heated grips? What brand do you use? What do you like and why? Please let us know in the comments below. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Motors of the Masses. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll be back soon with lots of bikes. We've got the Benelli 752 coming. We've got the Royal Alloy GP300 coming. We've got the new Bullet Blue Rock 125 coming. We've also got the new Bullet Heritage 125 and the 50cc that we've already got. We've got a video coming on those two. We've also got Project Bob coming back. I know it should have been Bob this week, but I'm waiting for some foot pegs and a new front mudguard section. And then once those new foot pegs are coming on and the foot plates come off and the mudguard goes on and a couple of other little bits, we'll be ready for strip down and painting. And we've also got Project Mac. We're going to get that engine mounted and in that car. And we've got lots of other things too. So thank you very much for joining me. Please don't forget to share, click the bell, subscribe, like, and all that if you don't already. Don't forget we've got our Patreon page if you'd like to help support this channel. And of course we've got our Facebook shop as well. So there you go. Don't forget, we'll be back here very soon with more. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.